Hey guys, I'm Elegant and welcome back to my Pokemon White 2 White Monocolour Challenge. And this is take number 2 of this episode because I thought I was at a different point of the game and I tried doing something else and it didn't quite work out. Yeah, so last episode we actually got here to Velocity Town, however you want to say that. No idea, but it's something like that. And yeah, we did all the Herdier stuff and saved Herdier, but now we're going to go see Owler because he wanted to just go back to us and follow him into his house with the little children. How not creepy that is. Oh, are we going to help that train that person's there? Really? But the trainer looks really tough. That's right. The trainer may be tough, but you can learn from losing as well. More importantly, I haven't been telling you just to enjoy Pokemon battles. Sorry. Haven't I just been telling you to enjoy Pokemon battles? So Anthony, please be our opponent. I'll show you what's cool about my Pokemon. Sorry, yes, my throat is starting to get a little bit croaky again. I know, my voice is always going croaky, but what can you do? It's winter. So yeah, I did actually look up what Pokemon I can get for a while. I kind of went on every single possible white Pokemon you can get during the main part of this game, and it turns out the only other white Pokemon I can get basically don't appear for the first several routes, so I can't get a white Pokemon until like after the second gym, which is, I know, is not very good, but yeah, I think maybe in Castelia City, no, not just slightly after Castelia City, I can get a Minccino, and then once I'm in Nimbasa City, I can just go and get a whole bunch of white Pokemon. So all like the white Pokemon are just going to come at once. So I'm going to try and spread that out as much as I can. But I'm going to have to use my Oshawott for the first two gyms and just use it for a little while, which does suck a bit because Oshawott's not in the final team. But it makes it a challenge, I suppose. And yeah, it kind of I don't know how to put it, but it sort of makes up for the overpowered white Pokemon that I may or may not be using. So if you have any preferences of what white Pokemon you want to use, feel free to comment about them, because I'm not 100% decided on what team I want. I'm kind of just doing it as it comes, and yeah. So this week I've been very busy with things. I actually went back to my old school, because if you didn't know, I've moved on to college this year. Woo, moving on into the future. And if you're American, I've moved on to high school, well, what you would call high school, basically the sort of schooling for 16-year-olds to 18-year-olds. I'm pretty sure that's we call it high school in America. I don't know, America, you're a weird place. You name things about the wrong name, but you could probably say the same thing about us in England. So I'm going to keep the old moves here, because I don't want Focus Energy sucks. Even though it does increase your critical hit ratio, that just... there's no point in it. No one ever uses that. Who has ever taught a Pokemon Focus Energy? Other than when you were a kid and you didn't know what it did. I could tell that all your Pokemon were enjoying themselves as well. Yeah, I don't really care because I kind of know all this. Teaching us the basics of Pokemon. Yeah, okay. Can we move on now, please? Okay, there we can. So now I think... oh, great. There's more people talking to us. I know this is all of a sudden, but it's nice to meet you. Now don't say anything. Just take this. And he gives us a... is it a metal case or something? Oh, the metal box. How creative. What a brilliant name. That is the metal box. And people call me Mr. Metal. Pokemon showing off their true creativeness. By the way, do you know a competition called the Metal Rally? I'm just going to say yes. Oh, here is Pokemon once again, explaining things to you even though you say you understand them. I probably ruined the sound there by breathing into my mic, but this is stupid. So basically what this is a sort of... it's not the Fest missions or the Fun Fest missions. It's sort of a different things. Basically you go around, doing certain things like saving a lot, running into Pokemon, taking different challenges and get medals for them. By that you see that guy standing in the gym and he'll give you medals every time you get them. It's pretty annoying, to be honest, but it kind of just comes as you play along. You don't have to specifically try to do stuff, other than a couple of weird difficult ones. But Anthony, as for the newly opened Pokemon gym in the Special City, I heard a new gym leader has arrived there. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. At the start of this episode I mentioned that I was able to move on to Verbank City, but I have just remembered that I forgot about the first gym, basically. And that also does mean that I won't be able to get a Pokemon until after the third gym. Because I mixed up myself before, because it was after Castelia City when I can actually get my first white Pokemon, other than Oshawott. So this is going to be fun, using Oshawott for 3 gyms in a row. And only Oshawott. How fun's that? Anyway, let's move on back down to a special city, or someone's going to talk to us. Great. Anthony, and he's just climbed back on that mountain again. Great. And somehow he didn't break his bones by jumping off that cliff, but whatever. Excuse me, I forgot to tell you something important. First, take these. Some Oran berries. Thank you, not. Those are Oran berries. Well done, Sherlock. If you give one to your Pokemon, it'll increase its HP will be stored. What's more, you can give your Pokemon a berry to hold. Like the Oran berry, for instance. When a Pokemon holds a berry, it can eat the berry if it gets hurt in the heat of a battle and regain some of its lost HP. Well, I just told you to challenge the gym leader. Specialist gym leader is a very strong Pokemon trainer. But you have nothing to worry about if you think hard about what the Pokemon at your side can do and what you should do as a trainer. Victory will be yours. And then you should take on the stronger and stronger trainers. Actually, take on the gym leaders of each city. Working together with your Pokemon is what makes you grow as a trainer. As your Pokemon grow stronger, your world will get broader. And Aldo's off, and his music's out. I don't think they actually changed the Aldo's music for this game, because I know most of the musics were changed for like the rival battle and everything. I know it's a different rival, so it's probably kind of obvious that they would change the rival battle music, but there is a few music that they haven't even made like sort of a remix of, because I know they did sort of redo a lot of the music, and I don't know, I talk about the music a lot, but that's kind of what I notice. And Aldo's music is the same, I think. And if it's slightly different, feel free to comment down below. So we're going to take on the gym. I'm probably under-leveled. And I'm going to buy a whole bunch of potions. Just because I can, I'm going to spam them because I don't fancy grinding up at this stage in the game, especially with the Pokemon I'm not going to use after this point. Or after the point of catching other Pokemon. I'm just going to go ahead and buy 6, just because I can, and I'm probably going to need that many. An Oran berry that Aldo gave us might actually come in use. For once, a little cutscene might help me out, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it without healing. Frustration, no, we don't want that. Where did we get frustration from? I don't even remember. That frustrates me, that I don't know where we got frustration from. That's a bad joke. I didn't mean to use it, I meant to give it to Flipper. And a really weird thing about this game is that you've got in your like options of use, give, trash, and cancel, you also have to free space. Apparently you just have random free space in your bag, but you can organise certain items, like your main items, in that like little pocket. I think that's a really good idea that you have your spot sort of on free space in your bag, but it's kind of confusing why they do it. It kind of messes up the layout of the bag items and stuff. I don't think we can get any items here, can we? Okay, we can get that. That's somewhat useful, or not, because like I said, I don't even use those stupid X attacks. I want to know if any of you guys actually use any of the X attacks or anything like that, because I never have done. I don't see the point. But anyway, hello, I'm Clyde, a guide for the gym for trainers who challenge Pokemon gyms. Thank you for taking on the gym. They take this to commemorate your debut. We obtained a freshwater. The freshwater is actually really useful. They heal much more than a potion, and they're free, so why not take them? Pokemon gyms are facilities for for testing trainers' abilities. Put simply, you can defeat the gym leader. It means that you are a really good trainer. That was put very bluntly, but anyway, if you run out of Pokemon that you can fight during a Pokemon battle, you lose. Well, that's kind of the basics of Pokemon, but so having lots of Pokemon with you might work to your advantage. Unfortunately, I can only have my one starter Pokemon because it's the only white Pokemon you can get in this game so far, and up to this Castelia City. But you must be a challenger. Welcome to the Special City's Pokemon Gym. I'm Sharon, the gym leader. Well, maybe I'd better say that I just became the gym leader. More importantly, we need to prepare. We need to prepare before welcoming you to the gym. Basically, Sharon's a newbie, and he needs to get ready. We have a challenger. You two, take your places. If you can defeat these two, then I'll be your opponent. So he's putting out his... I don't know what to call them, sort of his army, his drones, his slaves. I can't think of the right word. I'm hoping you understand what word I'm trying to say, but the minions, yes, he's sending out his minions to battle against us. But those minions cannot overcome my awesome flippery power. I think we actually might get to the point where Flipper wants to evolve, but no, we're not allowed to make Flipper evolve because apparently the Duop doesn't want to be white. In fact, is Duop white? I don't think it is, but I'll check that out. Because I can't remember exactly what Duop looks like. Because I know Samurot's blue, but I never considered evolving it once. I don't think. I probably would have noticed if it was white, so it probably just is blue. Unfortunately, but I can always hope and pray that it might be. And there are a few sort of semi-white, greyish Pokemon, like Magnemite, for example. Magnemite's grey, that I probably could get away with using, but I don't even know if I should do that. Tell me if you would consider Magnemite to be a white Pokemon. To be honest, I wouldn't really, because if you want me to catch one and actually get some more team members, that would be kind of useful to make this Let's Play a little bit more interesting, rather than just using this one little Oshawott for the whole start of the game. Yeah, so these trainers, basically simple trainers, youngster kids, and in fact this first gym isn't too difficult compared to previous generations and stuff. I know the first gym in Black and White was actually pretty easy as well. I don't really know why they made the game sort of start off easy. I mean, it does get much harder towards the end. Like harder than Pokemon Platinum did or Pokemon Emerald. But I think those games started off a bit easier. Started off a little bit harder, and this game starts off a bit easier. I suppose it kind of makes this game flow a little bit more, and so it starts off easier, gets to harder, so gradually grows. But yeah, basically, I didn't even mention this was a water type gym. This was a normal type gym. Wow, I have not been having the best of 2 weeks, the best of a fortnight. I don't know how to put it, but past 2 weeks have not been very good weeks for me. I've just not had a good time with general things in life and college and people, and yeah, I'm not going to go into it because I don't want to depress all you guys about my troubles in life. But that may be why I'm not as good as usual. I don't even know, but the Oranberry is paying off. Thank you, Oranberry. Thank you, Alda, for giving me that, although it didn't even do that much. Which is why I find Oranberries to be such a disappointment, because they heal like 10 HP, which is like, useless even at level 13, so I mean, it's sort of useful at this level, but once you get to level 20 and 30, it's just pointless. You'll be better off giving like leftovers, or even like Quick Claw to them, and Quick Claws are kind of rubbish themselves. Are you pretty good, but can you beat Sharon? I'm going to heal up, because I don't want to waste my potions, because in my Soul Silver Nuzlocke challenge, which I've just got back to uploading from today or whenever this, I don't even know when this is going to be uploaded, but I've finished doing the grinding episode now. I just need to edit and record my voice and stuff. That's probably going to be up before this. Actually, I'm going to edit this tomorrow, so tomorrow being Friday. I still haven't finished college because everybody in other colleges and every other school student in England seem to have finished for the autumn half term, but yeah, we haven't. I still got a full day tomorrow, and quite literally a full day. We get 3 periods, which include our like lunch times in my college, which sort of vary from day to day. And I haven't got a single one tomorrow. I don't even have a lunch, which does kind of suck. Like the last day of term, completely full up. But I can't complain. So let's go ahead and take my frustration out on the newbie over here, tapping his foot. Sorry if you heard that, but just as this is your first Pokemon Gym challenge, just as this is your first gym challenge, this is my first Pokemon battle against as a gym leader. Let's both do our best and have a battle we can be proud of. So he's calling us a newbie, which I can't completely deny. We are only on episode 3. Oh crap, I just remembered. I forgot to give my Oshawott the Oran Berry, but that's probably not going to do anything. And when I did this on my DS, I often reference that because I'm only a little bit ahead on my DS because I've been so busy. Like I'm saying, I'm trying to play as much as possible, but I'm very busy. I had an Azurill, that's what I'm trying to say, the first evolution. And I also had a Snivy, and this was a very difficult gym because I was trying to level up my Azurill, which Azurills, if you didn't know, suck because they're a baby Pokemon. Marils and Azumarills are actually pretty amazing, but Azurills are just, I'm sorry, but they're not very good because they're baby Pokemon and the stats are reduced. So I found this gym very difficult because I was switching out from Azurill, and that was easy. That was easier than I thought it was going to be, just because it used Bide, which is a very annoying move to deal with if you don't actually take it out in 2 moves, but I do. So yeah, Tackle or Water. Water's going to probably better against Lillipup. I remember Lillipup being a little bit of an annoying Pokemon because it does use Work Up constantly, and what Work Up does is raise your attack and special attack. Special attack not actually being of use to it because it doesn't have any special attacks. But Lillipup doesn't have bad attack anyway. So as you can tell, a raised attack tackle actually does quite a bit of damage from a Lillipup. And what I was saying with Bide was that, oh gosh, yeah, gym leaders use potions as well, I forgot to mention that. And that's very annoying. But with Bide basically is a two-turn lasting move. And what it does, it sort of stores the energy your opponent attacks you with for those 2 turns, and deals the damage back to you. I think it's doubled. So it's kind of a horrible move if you don't take them out and do it, because you're probably going to take them to low HP, and then they're just going to take you out completely, which is just annoying. But we get to level 15. This was a real... Thanks, Sharon, for moving on. I was trying to read that. The text moved on its own then. But that battle has made me feel really glad you were my first challenger. Gym leader, well, we just beat your ass and you're glad of it. Is happy to be a noob. I give you this medal, I give you this honour in strength, and I give you this in honour of the strength you and your Pokemon showed. I'm just tearing up this guy's text and his speech. Have we got the basic badge? First badge of them all. Oh, that was easy enough. That was pretty easy. Although it's going to get very much more difficult from this point on. Here's your first gym badge, the basic badge, and this is an important milestone. With this badge, Pokemon up to level 20 will obey you, including trading Pokemon. And I want you to take this, and he gives us Work Up, Team 83. It's a decent move, but the thing is, once it boosts up your attack and special attack by 1 stage, which is kind of pointless because you want to boost up one or the other, because if you have a stat boosting move, because you're not going to both use special attack and physical attack. If you want to maximize your Pokemon's sort of damage, you only really want to get 1. Unless you're actually baton passing out and stuff. So I would suggest you either get like Sword Dance or Calm Mind, which boosts your special attack or attack by 2. I think it's Calm Mind does 2. No, Calm Mind does 1 actually. Calm Mind also raises special defense. No, anyway, hey, the Bimbo is back. How was it? How did your battle with the gym leader go? Oh, if it's in the basic badge. Wow, amazing! You just set off your journey with your Pokemon. You definitely have potential as a trainer, I'm sure of that. This is from me, it's a TM for the move Return, which is actually the sort of the other version of Frustration. Frustration's power increases when the Pokemon doesn't like the trainer and the Pokemon's happiness is low, and Return increases in power when the Pokemon likes your trainer more and the happiness is more. Still, Sharon, I know he's such a noob, right? Oh, here he is, the noob's out. Bianca! It's been 2 years, hasn't it? Oh, wow! What's up? I thought it would be a good idea to register each other on the X Transceiver. Or the Cross Transceiver for you awkward people who like to pronounce things right. Now you can communicate with me on your X Cross Transceiver. I don't even know what to call it anymore. Me too. I registered Professor Juniper for you too. And of course Professor Juniper is just going to ring us all and annoy us the hell out. I knew it was them. Hi there, Anthony. I'm Professor Juniper. Bianca told me you accepted the Pokédex. Thank you so much. Well, I'm getting free stuff, so I don't know why I wouldn't accept it, but thanks to you, we'll know a lot more about Pokemon and how to get along with them even better. Hi, Professor Juniper. It's really interesting over here. There's so many Pokemon we couldn't prove were here 2 years ago. How can you find Pokemon that you couldn't prove were here? I mean, you either saw them or you didn't. That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, thank you for going so far of this errand, Bianca. I mean, I suppose the fact that they introduced new Pokemon, they've got no other way to put it, and they've got to kind of bring it into the game somehow. And all these old Pokemon can't randomly appear. Anyway, and Sharon, how are you enjoying being a gym leader? Professor Juniper, it's been a long time and glad you're doing so well. The gym leader's position is very tough. I mean, you battled one trainer being me, so I'm guessing you mean I'm just tough, because I'm an awesome trainer. If I have my usual partners, oh, Sharon, having battles that come down to the wire will make you a gym leader who depends on the bonds between your challengers and their Pokemon, right? It'll be fine. Sharon's a new gym leader. I'm an assistant and Pokemon professor, and Anthony is a new trainer. We'll always have Pokemon by ourselves. I'm gonna be right back. And I'm back. I'm sorry about that. I got interrupted by a real life call in the middle of a virtual call. How ironic. But anyway, and Anthony is a new trainer, but we all have Pokemon by our sides, so we're all being called noobs by Bianca. Thank you. That's right, Bianca, you all are noobs. And I am not. I am OP. That wasn't a very good joke. It could have been, it had potential to be a decent joke, but I just ruined it. Our world is a world where we live with Pokemon. No. Everyone, that was trying to be being sarcastic, but I didn't know how to put it without swearing. And I try not to swear in these, but I occasionally do give in. Anyway, everyone, keep that in mind as you pursue your dreams with your Pokemon, particularly you, Anthony. The Pokedex may be important, but first enjoy your journey with Pokemon to your heart's content. Hey Anthony, isn't Professor Juniper cool? Not really, but if you talk to her on the Extra Receiver, she'll evaluate your completeness of your Pokedex and tell you a lot about how Pokemon evolve. And you can call us too, of course. I'll tell you how well you and your Pokemon are getting along. Okay? Where was that emphasized? But anyway, Bianca makes a good point. I'll tell you what I know about Pokemon abilities and Pokemon type matchups. Well, you're a noob. I don't need to know anything from you, noob. Are you the gym leader? 1, 2, 3, let's battle. You look like a tough trainer. Understood. Please come into my Pokemon gym. But we've just beaten all your Pokemon. How can you battle now? But that was a weak answer. I'm definitely going to take you down. You know, fired up and charging into the gym. Being a gym leader is even harder than I imagined. Not really. Imagine being like a coal miner. You would not live being a coal miner. How does that compare to being a gym leader? All you do is just sit there, looking like the best, being famous, having Pokemon battles all day, like forcing animals to battle. How is that difficult? Pokemon encouraging animal violence since 1996. And this is the sort of movement on Facebook and YouTube and on the internet. Me promoting sort of movements there. But anyway. The next thing is to make you use the C-Gear. No, I don't want to use the C-Gear. I'm on a computer. I don't want a C-Gear. The C-Gear will screw up my emulator. No, I don't want to. That is the annoying thing about this game. You can't like automatically disable C-Gear because it's like just so annoying on emulators because it makes you lag so much. I know this episode I've been sort of referencing things and trying to say things, but I haven't been saying them very clearly. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just tired and my thoughts and I've not been able to reach my mouth so easily because I haven't been getting very much sleep due to a number of things. I'm fine though. I have a week off next week, although everyone else is already off. But yeah, I have tomorrow and then I'm off. Woo! And yeah, I should be able to get some more stuff up next week. And I really do want to get my Souls level done as soon as possible. I'm going to try and spam those uploading. Oh, in fact, we can talk to this guy, because this is the guy that gives you medals and he stands here. He looks like a proper creep, though, with that little curl in his hair and those glasses. Anthony, I'd like you to collect more medals, so I'll give you more hint medals. Hints. Anthony received 9 medals. Well, I don't have any more hint medals I can give you. Wait, M to receive 50 medals. Good luck. That was meant to be like a pedophilia voice, but I kind of turned into some sort of a James Bond. So I think the name's Bond. James Bond. Or something like I don't even know. It's kind of like that. But next episode, we're going to be running off into Velocity Town again. I said it right, I think. Velocity Town. We're going to be going to there. And we're going to go into Burbank City, which is a pretty cool city. It's a brand new city. I mean, all these cities we've been to is a brand new city. But, yeah, Burbank City is also a new city. So we're going to be going there next episode. And I want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Feel free to leave any comments about any white Pokemon you want me to get.